If I could change one thing about myself, it would be that I am, I take a little long to get dressed. I just like lollygag around and I eat a sandwich and I'll put on some vinyl records and, then I look up and I have to leave and I'm not dressed. I'm still in my pajamas. My idea of perfect happiness is, I guess I think of like a perfect day on the beach with my husband and some fruit and nothing to do, no cell phones, no internet, nothing.
Let's talk about True Blood. Tell me about working on a HBO project like this and Alan Ball and kind of coming into an established cult favorite.
I don't think when I was offered the job, I don't think I realized how big of a cult classic True Blood already is. I hadn't even seen the show, honestly.
Vampires. It's all about vampires.
It's all
right?
about vampires, and the fans, Trubies is what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
They love the show, and they're passionate about their characters. And so coming in as a new blood on the True Blood show, I think because the cast opened up their arms and they were so welcoming, it was pretty much an easy transition for me.
Any spoilers you can let us know about, or are we under lock and key for that? Because
I think I can tell you, my storyline involves Sam and Alcide and those guys a lot. And there is a love story somewhere in there because it's True Blood.
All right, let's talk about your acting, because you started through the ranks, as many people do, like doing little episodic and stuff on television shows. And then you got a big break in Eve's Bayou that was at Sundance. That was huge. You were 10.
10 years old, yeah. It's crazy.
Did you know after that moment that acting was going to be the career you were going to do? Or did you know before then?
Well, before that, I think I was so young, but it was fun for me. Before that, it was, a hobby. It was the way kids who play baseball or take ballet class, have this hobby. And that's what acting was for me. And it was something from then on I decided I did want to study it.
And then from that kind of decision, what's been the hardest part to basically being a working actress?
The hardest part, I think, the quality of roles written for females, and then the quality of roles written for females of color, women of color, are like that small, And I think my challenge has definitely been convincing people to think outside the box and stretch and grow, and wanting to wait for roles that are meaty, roles that challenge me, and not wanting to be set dressing.
Can I ask you about Tyler Perry? Mm-hmm. He's always been so fascinating to me in terms of what he's been able to do with his little theater roadshow to creating an empire in Atlanta. But what is he like to work with?
He's such a professional. He, as a producer, director, writer, he knows everyone's name on the set. He's the first one to show up, the last one to leave. He's so punctual. He knows who should be doing this job. I mean, he runs his set. He's really the captain of the ship. I found, though, that he was really open to collaborating. Even though he's the captain of the ship, he was open to me coming to him and saying, Tyler, can we try this? And at the end of the day, he would make the final decision, but he was open to that, healthy debate, that creative freedom.
Okay, I have one last question. Is there ever going to be the Friday Night Lights movie reboot?
I think that they have been working towards that goal. I think they want to do that. But I also think that everyone kind of agrees that it would have to be right. It just would have to be right. So I can't say if there ever will be one. I guess it depends on if Jason and Peter, can find that thing that they're like, yes, let's do this. My greatest fear is not fulfilling my potential in this lifetime. That's getting kind of deep, so let's move on. My greatest extravagance is trips, like vacations. That's probably my greatest extravagance. I love to travel, seeing new places and meeting new people. It's the best thing. Did I answer them all? I think so. Maybe I skipped a few.